I have a gimmick for the introduction to this episode. Because my wife forces me to buy her ice in the middle of winter to chew on, I had to go to 7-Eleven. At 7-Eleven, I have obtained a repacked Pokemon booster pack of 10 cards. Now, let's see if I can get anything to value with this on-the-air ASMR pack opening.
Okay, I don't follow Pokemon TCG, so I have no. You could pull the rarest card of all time, and I wouldn't know.
Now, am I think, getting into this trend late because now all the scalpers are moving to One Piece? Yes, but I'm in it for the love of the game, and by that I mean gambling.
I was gonna say, you're in for the love of the game and you're buying repackaged Pokemon cards from 7-Eleven?
Alright, I got a Fetchling, a Diglett, a Venipede, an Upside-Down Petal, ooh, a Trubbish, a foil Wobbuffet,
That
what's
sounds
this?
very on cue for Dan.
A Lopunny, a Pansage, a Cincino, and a Charmeleon. I guess I got a Wobbuffet, guys. Let's see, how much is this worth?
I was really holding out that you would get a foil Nami from One Piece in your pack somehow, and then you could really make some money.
How the fuck do I look up this card?
Oh my god. Okay, so last episode you made some big decisions, and there's a lot of question marks about how this episode's even going to start. I will say that in later seasons, people are going to look back at the Dragon Cold War, and there are going to be like some events that are going to go down in infamy. There's the slaughter of the Cymbeline Seven. There's the Quinceañera Proclamation. There's the nuking of Falcon Bridges. I don't know what they're going to call that. And there's where you are now, the Dead Lake Conference, because you are all at Viola's lair at her alpine lake. There are armies of undead all around you, and all of your allies are here. I'm actually going to go through the characters. I think I have my paper notebook here just to check, make sure we're all on the same page about who's aligned with who. Andronicus. What do you all think about that? How are you feeling about Andronicus right now? These are in alphabetical order, obviously.
Why hasn't he told us what's going on with the hole in the world that gives us all the information? His fucking girl, his platonic mate fucking died, and all he did was take her spells. Asshole.
Yeah, so ostensibly aligned, maybe hiding something, and interestingly, one of the big consequences of DiCaprio dying is maybe not getting all that information. Like with the resurrection cult, you're like, oh, dying's no big deal. We'll just come back in 20 years. Andronicus is quite old, so maybe you have missed your shot there. That's the first character. Bolingbroke. Bolingbroke is here as a dwarf. He is not showing off he's a shadow dragon. He is a double agent. He's feeding you information, but is ostensibly your enemy. The Cymbalines are obviously your enemy. Desdemona is dead. DiCaprio is dead. Enobarbus, similarly, is on a different side of the Cold War, but you just blew up his army. So we'll talk about that. He is, he respects you. You respect him a little bit, maybe. Falcon Bridge, you put it all on the line for her. You really, really saved her. I commend you all, because it's easy to stand up for your girl when she's nice and supportive and sweet, and it's a lot harder when she's a fucking dirtbag who sucks. And I appreciate, Laura, that you went out on the limb for her. Gertrude is still your ally. Hop is you. Keeper, probably the most dangerous person in the Cookie Mountains and against you right now. Lace is your ally in here. Orlando's your enemy, not here. Rosaline, enemy, not here. Sycorax is dead. Ulysses is here. Viola is here. Rex is here. Rex is at the back of the alphabetical because I redid your stat block when I made your lair for the Cymbalines to go through. So we're all on the same page, I think, about who is here physically at the edge of the lake.
Is it all these characters who are in our Roll20?
Yep. Hop, Rex, Ulysses, Falcon Bridge, Bolingbroke. All of your minions are the blue dragon. Gertrude and Viola. Viola is got an enormous Komodo dragon, big hooked sickle claws, except for one of them, which is a bone white time dragon claw sticking out of her claw. And you also see she has a handful of golden rings that is she is casting magic on. She's using the time magic. that has, this has been a subplot the whole time about were you going to steal the time dragon claw from Desdemona? Were you going to use the essence of senescence to bring back time dragons? That would have completely changed everything. Every single plot point would be completely different if you'd done that. Instead, she has the slime she is using on the rings in the background here while you're all gathered.
Yeah, I think I'm clear on everyone. Oh, where's what happened to York? Is he gone? He die? Did he fly into? Did he as a bird immediately fly into a glass window and obliterate himself?
No, the blue dragon on the Roll20 represents Lace, Schmegglesby, and the Yorks, because there's the oldest York and then his children, who are also your spies and saboteurs and helpers and so forth. So the Yorks are here as well. Good catch. I missed that one. We're going to go through all of your inventories, starting with the new eldest sibling, Doc Hupp. You're the oldest now.
I'm the oldest now, am I?
Yeah, you're in charge, technically.
Well. What have I got? I wasn't ready. I'm in the middle, so usually I don't get asked first. Hey, I'm playing Doc Hop. You should know that by now. I have a trash bag of holding, an out-of-date pop-up book of Goblin history, a lucky plush rabbit's foot, a children's trading card deck of no synergy, a kid's plastic spike. Oh no, don't have that. I have a tinfoil telepath hat, a dire muskrat with an ornate magical saddle, the floppy disk to Dad's old hoard, who knows if we've got time for that, the digital reminder watch, the golden gym shorts, my martial adept slard, I got some epic boons in here as well. I got invincibility, I got my martial adept skills, what have I got? The morning veil, the nunchuck wielding orangutan best friend, and a new epic boon, which is now a good time to mention that I have a new epic boon.
Yep, I think now this is kind of a downtime episode. I mean, it is. We're not jumping ahead like we've been doing all season, but I am giving you that because you sacrificed a lot to become a cataclysmic dragon, part genie, and you should get things for that. And that was the deal. So what'd you get?
Yeah, and Austin gave me... I asked Austin whether this was okay and clarified what it would mean before I took it, and Austin said, it's a late game, fuck it, we ball, I think, to paraphrase. I now have the boon of Fortitude, which gives me plus 40 HP, which on a level 20 sheet, that's nothing to sniff at. That's like a third of my HP on top of my HP. It's game-changing for level 1, Hop.
Yeah, it doesn't say you get 2 hit points per level. It just says you get 40 hit points. And, I could quibble about that, or we could just embrace the fun. You are cataclysmic.
As Austin, in response to this choice, opened his Google Doc and Control F1D6 and replaced.
Yeah, I was like, look, I don't know what this is going to do to the balance on Austin's end, but, fuck it. I now have 49 HP at level 1, and I've never felt sprier.
There is a scene in the Night Lords trilogy where the Night Lords just stand behind their allies as they're being shot to death, like a child hiding behind an adult. That's now what we are doing to Hop.
Okay, well, Rex Maximus, you're now the middle child, so tell me what's in your inventory.
Oh, okay, I got the Surgeon General's coat, the Golden Gloves of Contact Mike, my Megalon crown, Humdrum's ring, TV lamp, compass of plane shift, sweatbands of Rychard Simons, Sonic the Hedgehog shoes, the Coral Crown of Command, I believe you called it the Cup of the Carpenter King, my Gavel of Dispel Magic has been returned to me, and I believe currently have the Hand of Vecna.
You do, and I also noticed you didn't write down you have the mayor's sash. Mayor with spelled wrong.
Oh, I completely forgot.
Yeah, the McQuayers.
The McQuayer's sash. And now that DiCaprio is dead, you have inherited the beautiful quill, which is the symbol of a diplomat, which is a thing of authority. You don't have to accept this, but Lace does offer it to you.
I mean, I might as well hold it for the time being. What did the mayor's sash do? I completely forgot about this.
You never found out? No, you said I tie it to my horn, and then you moved on to something else. So yeah, that's what happened.
It's just been in his head, I guess, this entire time. Completely forgot it's there. Which, frankly, I think that's a character.
Yeah, no, it gives you a proficiency on charisma saving throws.
I have that already.
Okay, well, you know what? It makes you feel good. I guess you could add proficiency to something else, but if you don't already have it. But I think you have everything's proficiency because of your conduit.
That's only for skills, not
Okay.
not saving throws. I'll take fucking proficiency and I don't know, dexterity. Dexterity seems always important.
I think it has to be one of the mental skills because it's really about the skills to be a mayor. And mayors don't, I mean, they can be dexterous, but like Eric Adams wasn't got in trouble because he wasn't nimble enough.
Mamdani used to do like music videos. I think he could dance. That's dexterity. I'll go with...
Yeah, you could have the stash of Mamdani to do sick tricks.
Okay, as I now obliterate all landlords while being one, I guess. I'll put it in wisdom. Then that feels appropriate.
All right, and now the youngest child of the group. Tell me about your inventory and character. Quinn, my friend Larios. That's your middle name now, my friend.
I thought that was my title. Quinn, my friend Larios. And then that's when I cheer. Like, I start getting like wrestling t-shirts. It's like, I'm the friend. DiCaprio is dead and never coming back. So I'm going to be playing Oh, wait, no, I'm getting informed. She's absolutely coming back. So just temporarily, I'll be playing Ulysses, who shoots nuclear radiation breath. Like, there's other things on my character sheet, but Austin Yorsky did establish this thing shoots radioactive breath, so I am just going to breathe on people I don't like and then enjoy that, you know, they'll suffer for 20 years and then die of a really horrible affliction.
Now, I have no idea how, like, the young aging stages of dragons work. Like, is this still the baby that we knew, or is this, like, has any notable aging happened?
Yeah, it's been, 40 years? Ulysses is a young adult. You found them before we did a bunch of the big time skips. So Ulysses is a level 20 dragon, obviously not as skilled as all of you, but for character sheet purposes, I'm not punishing Quinn in any way. You just get you made a new character sheet.
Yeah, Ulysses is a fighter, an Eldritch Knight in particular, in case you're curious about that. And we kept all the Ulysses classics in there. The unicorn horn spear, the New York Giants football jersey, the cursed mask, the rug of smothering, and then something that's just labeled dangerous stamp.
Yeah, now we get to go through Ulysses' items. You saw these all because they were presents at his quinceanera, and he fought you all while using these. So he has a very scary, like, paper mache mask that's deeply cursed. The ability for that is you crit on 19s and 20s, but you botch on 1s and 2s as you bring more misfortune into the world.
I put the mask on, Austin. I want to establish that in character now. Let's get wild here.
If you're looking for this is specifically a mask in real life that's in the collection of the Warrens, the subject of the Conjuring films. This is a real, quote unquote, real cursed mask that it's based on. The Rug of Smothering was a gift from Falconbridge. It is the famous flying carpet of legends. She acquired that as a collector of celebrity memorabilia. For your purposes, it is just a constant companion and the spell Tensor's Floating Disc, but it is a live, living magic carpet.
Just like Doctor Strange.
Kind of, yeah.
Oh, wow.
And the Dangerous Stamp was a gift from Bolingbroke, who collects stamps. I think that was mentioned like once 30 episodes ago. It doesn't come up that often because he is hiding that he's a dragon. So the fact that he even has a hoard is not widely known. But he gave you a stamp commemorating great weapons of history. It shows, spears and trebuchets and all kinds of gnarly weapons of war. And the ability of this is that it increases the damage die of weapons you use. So instead of the 2d6 the spear would have given you, it's a 2d8, which as a level 20 Eldritch Knight, you're fucking ridiculous. Ulysses smacks ass.
Hell yeah. I can't wait. What does my football jersey do?
I think that was something you found early in the season, gave it to him as a joke. I don't think it has any magical powers. It just makes him feel connected with the legacy of the New York Football Giants.
Enlarged person, because it's a giant.
Yeah. As a magic knight, you have a couple of spells, which you could use if you want to. Quinn, because dragons are inherently magical, I wanted you to have some abilities to do that if you want, but you're mainly going to be attacking. If you don't remember the boss fight against Ulysses at the end of the Ulysses arc, he almost 3v1'd you all.
He whooped our shit. Yeah.
He fucking rocks. He has an ability that if he misses, his next attack is with advantage, and if he hits, his next attack is with advantage. So he always has advantage.
So it's just the next attack is with advantage.
Except the first one.
Dan has posted a dangerous stamp. This is exactly what Bolingbroke gave him, and you know what, he loves it very much.
In my mind, what a dangerous stamp meant was if you lick it, there's like cyanide on it, and you just die.
Oh, I assumed it was just a tab of acid. It's like, you gotta be careful with that stamp.
Do you guys know about the National Duck Stamp competition?
From Fargo? The film Fargo?
I don't know anything about the film Fargo, but there's like every year, I guess, a like pretty intense competition to paint the best American duck to get on a U.S.
The federal duck stamp contest, yes.
Yeah.
It's in the movie Fargo. I didn't realize it was real. But no, one of the characters...
it's real, yeah.
Okay, one of the characters is entering that. That's hilarious to me. Thank you for telling me about that.
That's what I want if we give him the hand of Vecna. I want the duck stamp.
Okay, yeah, so you're all here at the lake at Viola's. She is using the Essence of Senescence and the copied rings of Dropnir to find the Cymbalines, where that's the important stuff. But I will say, if you want to walk up to Bolingbroke and give him the hand of Vecna, he actually does have something for you. He wasn't expecting to give this to you so soon, but you did something incredible last episode, and so he gives you Humdrum's shield.
Yeah, first I'd like to set up that Rex is like because the leg because the egg was laid and it's not like, you know, you're waiting for like someone to give birth. Rex is doing the equivalent at this point of like the man in the 50s pacing outside the birthing room in like a hospital. You know, he's got his old man cigar and like a trench coat going, God, while he's waiting for these rings to be deduced before he decides to like go over to Bolingbroke to distract himself and says, well, considering you have been Enobarbus has been thoroughly fucked up. Sorry about that, by the way. Personally, I was voting to destroy Falconbridge. Got kind of outvoted there. You could probably make use of this. Viola's got her own set of undead items at this point, and I think, frankly, as a higher tier one, he mentions as he like scratches at his horns, thinking about the conduit of undeath he gave her, and he'll hold out the hand of Vecna. Don't cut your hand off and put it on or whatever. I think that's bad. I don't like this god's already dead. I don't really know what would happen if you attached it.
Yes, obviously we can't be seen in public with you all after you slaughtered so many of our men. It may be generations before our people are reconciled, but in the long term, I believe we have accomplished our shared goals here. Desdemona is gone, and our side is now essentially merged, even if we must work together in the shadows.
Rex will nod and say, yes, I think at this point, we, by necessity, have to focus on the oncoming storm that will be my parents.
Yes, this is quite unfortunate. I will not be able to offer you any overt assistance. Our armies are shattered, so you have my deepest wishes for your success, but I am going to go back to the mountain now.
I do hope at the very least Orville will be able to convince my father's standing animal army to lay down their arms through his own connections to them. But alas, that might not be possible. And then, you know, the kobolds themselves, fine, can deal with that. Keeper's a bigger problem. Keeper's an issue. Keeper's a real fucking problem.
Later historians will look back and be like, why didn't Orville just solve the whole thing? He could have done it at any time, but he chose not to. How mysterious. No. Humdrum's shield has the ability Invulnerability. the 9th level abjuration spell, which does exactly what it says, but you can only use it as a small folk once per arc. I'll just read the spell. It says, you are immune to all damage until the spell ends.
Seems good. How long's the spell go?
I already closed the window, Quinn. Why would you do that to me?
It just means that it never ends. You can be immune forever, I guess.
Rex runs his like fingers over the I was gonna say like scratch face of the shield, but I think by nature, perfectly unblemished, invulnerable shield. Like wistfully, it's like a quiet moment for them, and he says to Bolingbroke, well, I think at the very least, if Viola is able to locate the Cymbalines, and by extension, my fucking child in the loom, at the very least with the shield and the loom, we immediately have a unkillable army that I don't think any amount of my father's acid can stop.
Bolingbroke looks concerned at this, and he says, your father's piece of controlled magical items lasted for centuries. It'll be curious to see if your piece can match that.
I do think if everyone has a magical shield that prevents them from being hurt, that does make murdering each other harder.
He shrugs and says, you have a million problems between here and there. You did commit mass slaughter of small folk on behalf of a terrible tyrant, and I am interested to see how you all spin that with your great statesman deceased.
Rex nods and says, I obviously, as mentioned, did not want that to occur, but at the end of the day, we were effectively two kingdoms at war, and war occurred.
War occurs.
I would like Ulysses to come up and be like, hey, Unc, nice sweet shield you got there. Does it have any games on it?
Now, how would that work? I guess you could use it as a snowboard or some sort of sled.
All right, sheesh. If you didn't have any games on it, you could have just told me.
I mean, you could make a game out of it. I imagine you could. This was long before you were, I guess, hatched. There was a point where I came into conflict with Humdrum briefly, and while she had an invulnerable shield, you could just push down on it because she would break before the shield would. That's kind of a game.
All right, Unc, just put the fries in the bag.
Okay, we're not at a restaurant right now.
Well, you all have many different strategy things to discuss here. I'll just say that Bolingbroke obviously is upset that a lot of his friends had to die for the outcome, but he realizes that in the long term, what you did made sense. So he's gonna fade into the back here, and Viola is going to finish the spells she's been casting, and you all see these golden rings begin to slowly draw together and almost like liquid pooling together, reform. And you watch this happen, and there's just a silence at the lake as all of the rings in her claws form one ring, which begins floating slowly and silently in one direction. And she says, all right, I don't know if this is going to take days, weeks, months. They could just be over that hill, or they could be on the whole other side of the Cookie Mountains, but you'll have fun. I'll send you a sending spell to come find me. Have fun. Of course, we have established she looks like the Milfy Hex Maniac as a human now, and the equivalent of that as a puce Komodo dragon. I don't know what that means, but
that's becoming a MILF is called character development, Austin.
You said the Milfy Hex Maniac?
Yeah, you don't remember this conversation, Quinn? You could use the same joke on Quinn every week. It doesn't matter. Yep. So all of you are left here at the lake to decide what to do about the 100 different plot threads at the end of this campaign. And This is a downtime episode, and you do not know when she will find the Cymbalines. When she finds the Cymbalines, she'll tell you, and that will start the second Cymbaline arc.
Yeah, before she goes, Rex is like going to like take her like by her hands and like put them in his and say, "We are going to find them. We are going to get our child back, and I am going to visit untold horrors upon the Cymbalines. That is assured."
Viola looks touched by that, and she says, "Aw, you care about your baby, you big fucking nerd. You fucking himbo."
And then we're gonna beat my dad to death. And probably my mom a little bit.
Hey, look, if the plan is beating Dad to death next, if that's like down on the to-do list, should we maybe... Does going and finding out what's Dad's hoard is give us maybe a leg up in that?
I will say your three main advisors, Lace, Schmegglesby, and York, are here, and they definitely fill you in on all kinds of information, including things you can do while you're waiting to hear about the Cymbalines. Dad's hoard is one of them, so you can ask them questions, you can talk to each other, anything you want.
Have you guys seen that cool monkey that's doing flips?
Oh yeah, that's Orville, the most important member of our crew.
Oh, he's on our team? That's fire.
Yeah.
They're
Well, I
always-
say on our team, like he's his own orangutan. Like we're very lucky that he just sort of by chance sticks with us. But like, if he one day goes off to do his own thing, I wouldn't blame him. He's got cool shit to do.
Where do you get those sunglasses?
One of the younger Yorks daps you up, Ulysses, since 6'7".
We're too old for this. We can't be doing this.
Hop, as the oldest tries to be hip and goes 8, 9.
Ugh, Auntie, no. Not like that. Not like this.
Rex will say, "It's unfortunate none of us has speak with animals. Orville was in our father's hoard. He could tell us so much, but it's simply impossible."
Do none of us have that? Feels like some of us should have that.
I mean, obviously you could switch spells around and so forth, but I will say this gives me a great opportunity to bring up something else, which is Lace, the sapphire dragon, the most ancient dragon in the Cookie Mountains physically, if not experientially. Kind of ambles over, clearly with some difficulty. I would say another consequence of DiCaprio dying, in addition to just you don't get to see her for a little bit. I think she is going to miss Lace's death, which is pretty sad. And Lace does hand to the team a beautiful wizard staff made from the shards of the ladder.
Does it have like a little statue of DiCaprio at the top?
Yeah, absolutely.
It does
can.
now.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah. This is a magic focus. It's a +3. Right now, the only person who uses magic in this party is Hop. You don't have to use it if you don't want. But yeah, obviously it was made for DiCaprio.
More tools for Hop. Hop loves getting more tools at the expense of the rest of the party getting them.
I mean, Ulysses, I guess, has a couple spells. You could take it.
Well, it's not. I guess it's a weapon. I was gonna say it's not dangerous, but definitely is a dingle hopper because it's made out of a ladder.
I mean, have you seen the cut of DiCaprio's car cheekbones on this staff? Could cut through glass. Oh, like a diamond. It's diegetic. That's what that word means, right?
The original ladder was taken from Ulysses' hoard because ladders are extremely dangerous.
That's right. It would make more sense for Hop to have it, though.
There's no downside to me having it, right? It's just another tool available.
I don't know. I don't think it's a dingle hopper, really, because it doesn't have a history to it. It was just made. So actually, I don't think you could attune to it. So now that I'm thinking out loud.
No, you don't think the history is it was one thing and then it was lovingly remade into something else in the image of a different person? Like, it's been held on to despite being broken.
But there are bluish tones to DiCaprio.
Here's the thing. I will say that Hop, you can use it if you want. I was giving you an out if you wanted to share with Ulysses. But ultimately, it's up to you.
I'm being silly. I'm open to Ulysses having it if that's the way we want to go. I'm also open to taking it if Quinn doesn't think that that's necessarily something of interest to the character.
I'm going to slam it into someone's head so hard it impales it, because that's what I feel like Ulysses would want to do.
Okay.
So if you feel like you can get more use out of it than that, you might want to take it. But if not, I'd love something else to
I'll give
impale
it.
people's
I'll
heads.
give it a go then. I'll give it a go. Keep it from getting too radiated.
I will say Ulysses does have a bunch of spells. You're an Eldritch
Yeah.
Knight, so that absolutely could be useful for you. Then York, a Cobalt Dragon York comes up and says, the 3D trapezoidal little guy has been stabilized, but we can't move it. It is where we left it in the field where it was first cracked open. So anyone who want to trap inside it, you need to lure over there. We can't be moving it around. It's too unstable.
Okay, so that's the Eternal Keeper prison.
The question is, how would we get Keeper there? My mother is looking to meet with me. We originally got the trapezoidal little guy from her hoard, but it hadn't been sorted yet into the main hoard. She might not be fully aware of what it's capable of.
One of the Yorks speaks up and says, yes, we still do have an appointment with Rosaline on the calendar. I don't know if the recent vaporizing a mountain situation changes any of that, but after we leave this lake, I was going to take us all there unless there was a change of plans.
We have a number of things to deal with here. Obviously, our father is going to escalate the situation, because we blew up a mountain. That's yeah, we did that. That's a problem for him personally, for whatever reason. I mean, come on, we have a lot of mountains. The way I see it, we can't move further on the Cymbalines until Viola is able to locate them. So our current options are what? Fight directly engage in open combat with our parents currently, and our parents, your great uncle Ulysses, Grunkle Orlando. Find our father's old hoard to see if there's anything we can find of use there, or and Rex will turn to Andronicus. I believe DiCaprio...
Andronicus is not here. Andronicus
okay.
is still out of the country.
Okay, then never mind.
But I will say Lace, who doesn't have DiCaprio to report to, does a whisper to Ulysses that Andronicus may have information, but with DiCaprio gone, I don't know if we could get it from him. But I will just, if you want to make any of those decisions, sir, we could definitely, I can help you.
I get to make decisions?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Actually, at this, a couple of your minions are like hiding in the background. Your Ulysses small folk are Warforged Thrycreen and Warforged Thrycreen, and so there's like a bug, a robot, and a robot bug who are like hiding in the bushes because they're not sure if they're supposed to be here.
Whoa. Yeah, I'd like to make decisions. Can I fight Andronicus?
Well, Lace seems taken aback by that and says, I suppose I have no idea if that would be helpful, but, DiCaprio would want you to choose your own path, so I'll support you, little Ulysses.
What would my unc and aunties want me to do in this situation? And Ulysses is going to go in his head for a moment, and there's just a visualization of him punching Orlando out, and he's like, I should probably fight all of the strongest dragons, actually. So send warnings to them all. Yes.
Hop, Schmegglesby, the blue dragon, whispers to you, all preparations are made to visit your father's hoard, if that's what you want to do, while Viola is looking for the Cymbalines.
Going to Dad's hoard. We have everything we need to do that. We have no reason to believe that there are any major obstacles or planning required for us to do it, because we've kind of achieved all that. The trapping keeper and the trapezoidal little guy requires a plan and is probably more likely to result in immediate conflict than going to the hoard or the lair. Maybe ?
Hmm.
I'm not saying one or the other's necessarily right. I'm just trying to talk through where am I feeling on it.
And you have a cloud of Yorks around you, Rex, who are advising you. One of them says, "We know that Desdemona had Cymbeline spies and Falconbridge's fiendish spies, but there's a third pocket of spies unaccounted for. So if you want to spend this time while we wait for Viola to do a good old-fashioned Cold War spy hunt, we stand ready, sir." And they salute you.
I believe the final ribbon was the golden like glory ribbon, right? Because it was rage for what is it? It was rage for Falconbridge. It was nostalgia and sadness for the Cymbalines. So like glory and envy. I just thinking about like, okay, who are the dragons in this season? We got us three, obviously, and by nature, I feel like if any of us is gonna have a spy in our own group, I feel like it would be Rex. It would just based on the glory dynamic. Barbas. Well, if it was in his faction, like in his small folk, well, they for one just got blown up by a giant nuke for one, and I don't think Desdemona gets anything from already infiltrating Barbas when he was cooperating like that. The only other group I could think it would be either Rosaline or Andronicus, because I don't know if she's putting ribbons on Orlando's lumpfish, right? Unless it's in one of our small folk. And I guess it could be the kobolds. Maybe it could be them, because it's like, the glory and fawning adoration of Rosaline. That could be something. Just trying to like manipulate them into maneuvers like that. I'm not sure. I can't tell. But that's something we can do. At least try to look into.
Yeah, all the small folk are bringing up different concerns. You have 6 different mid conversations, and I keep throwing them at you. I think Gertrude pipes up and says, "What are we going to tell people about the vaporizing the mountain? Because it seems like you killed a lot of small folk on behalf of a terrible monster person that is against everything you believe in. So, what's the spin there, friends?"
That Falconbridge set off the nuke, and Desdemona and DiCaprio valiantly attempted to disarm it and failed.
In the background, Lady Falconbridge wrinkles her nose disapprovingly, but doesn't say anything. Still very thankful that you all stuck your necks out for her. So she obviously doesn't want that, but doesn't immediately start yelling at you.
I think it's the best choice of action. It's both believable that Falconbridge would unceremoniously wipe out all of those small folk. Of course, Desdemona and DiCaprio have no incentive to kill themselves over this, although very clearly this is how it ended up. So it's the easiest spin to make it sound like they simply were attempting to disable the weapon and failed.
Lady Falconbridge says, "Far be it from me to be a beggar who is choosing here. But if everyone thinks I'm an evil monster who goes around vaporizing small folk, I can't openly date my girlfriend, the champion of the small folk, anymore. So that's not going to work for me. Ungrateful was the word I was looking for. I don't mean to be ungrateful."
Don't you have a couch to be sleeping on or something?
I'm trying to come up with a good plan around this. Do mountains just spontaneously detonate sometimes? Can we just...
Volcanoes.
Volcanoes. The mountain was a volcano all along.
Oh, that actually reminds me of something. If we're doing spy hunt, Lady Falconbridge says, if any tieflings or if any incubi or succubi survived my lair, they will be able to testify against what you all are trying to spin. So we do need to kill them.
Yeah, but what about... Who's going to believe them? They're small and we're big.
Oh, sweetie, there's a spell called Zone of Truth that will really make that question not material.
What if we explode them with our dragon breaths before they have to talk, though?
There it is, my little man. Lady Falconbridge shoots you finger
How do we track them down and kill them off before they ruin our lie? Is that like a whole little downtime arc, or is this just we can knock this out in 10 minutes and be done?
I will. So for Austin's perspective, I'll say what I have written down here is potential next arcs. I have Orlando 2, Andronicus 2, and Spy Hunters (parentheses the Small Folk arc). I think those are self-explanatory. I will say at this point there is no expectation that you will get to everything. I think you will be doing one of these missions, and there's a high likelihood Viola's going to text you and say, "I found them," in the middle of whatever you're doing. Maybe if you do it fast enough, it won't matter. But whatever you don't do, everything's on the table. But that's where I'm at right now. Is I feel like these are not choices you can circle back to. You're making meaningful choices.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe we look at this the other way around. Rather than what's going to be the most immediately manageable of these tasks, which one of these, if not completed, feels like it's going to blow up and cause the big... Like, which one of these, if not dealt with, is going to be the biggest problem we wish we'd dealt with?
Oh, sorry. The three were Andronicus, Orlando, and Spy Hunt. What the Andronicus is, I assume, like going to him and getting that information about the umbilical cord of the world.
Yeah, I will say that in universe, none of you have a good idea of what that entails, and Lace just straight up says, like, DiCaprio dying may have taken that off the table. I don't know if we have the leverage on him now. Like, that was a cost. Austin's leaving the door open for you to crit on a persuasion, to get what you want from him, because that's the show we do. But I think everyone recognizes it's very unlikely that you're going to get the information you would have if DiCaprio was still alive.
Maybe we can guilt trip him with hey, you had this information, we know you had this information, and now my sister's dead. You could have helped. just like your dead girlfriend that my dad may or may not have killed.
Or hear me out. I have polymorph. How good of an impression do you think I can do of my sister?
Oh my god.
I don't know if you've ever had a dress that tailored. Well, I mean, you've had dresses sewn together from other discarded dresses, but that's different.
I got invited to a scholarly conference once where they insisted I wear a nice dress. I felt awkward and uncomfortable. I could barely move my legs in the thing, but I did it.
This seems like a good plan. We should probably tell Unc Andronicus that his beau's dead.
I'm gonna need you to start voguing first, Hop. Can you do that? What's your vogue abilities?
Austin, what do I roll to see how Hop can vogue?
That's a classic performance roll.
Okay, which level? 1 or 20?
20. Yeah, you're all dragons
20,
here at the lake.
Performance, cool. 20!
Damn, Auntie's serving and she didn't even have to mew.
Holy Lord. Hop, you can use magic to look like DiCaprio, and you can look fashionable in small bursts. I will say that Schmegglesby whispers to you, lady, if you do pretend to be Hop, or if you pretend to be DiCaprio and he sees through it, he's probably going to go fucking berserk. So just putting that out there.
Okay.
I mean, you could do what you want. You're so beautiful and
strong.
But
you do all have to admit I can vogue pretty good.
Yeah, she's got that shit on though.
Yeah, when Andronicus kills you and then takes the elemental energy to become a cataclysmic dragon, he'll look down at your remains and be like, "She did have that shit on, though."
Okay, fine. I do just want it to be known that I could be like my sister convincingly if I wanted to.
Yeah, everything's still on the table. Yeah, this might be your last chance to, talk about this with all your minions and so forth. So we're deciding what the second to last arc is. I guess if the last arc is the Cymbalines 2, Fairy Boogaloo, the rematch, that is, I don't know what the fuck you all are gonna do. Every moment is a surprise. So I try not to say things too definitively.
Yeah, Rex'll tent his claws and start trying to work through this and say, obviously, the succubi and incubi pose a problem. However, what is the immediate, I guess, effects of them, getting out and spreading what occurred? I think our father is going to come for us either way. It'll lose us the immediate support of some small folk, most likely. But as I discussed with Bullybroke, in the long run, I believe this could eventually be repaired in a few generations' time. Although, granted, if they're being turned into dragons, they might have grudges held from that. I don't know, maybe it's an experience that they should learn to get coming back from the queue and understanding that, yes, these things happen in the Cookie Mountains, get used to it, whatever, fuck you. The information Andronicus has does seem incredibly valuable, as does whatever is potentially in our father's old hoard that he's trying to protect so desperately. My only concern with going down to our father's hoard is that we are leaving this plane to do so, and leaving our domains, for the most part, relatively unguarded in comparison. How confident are we that our small folk could maybe handle an incursion from our parents at that point?
I don't know about you, but my small folk are awesome. They're ripped. They would destroy anybody who ever comes to mess with them, including you, if you ever try to.
I mean, yeah, I think if my father tries to walk through the scaffolding in that mine they were working on, he's just gonna fall down. He's gonna eat shit. He isn't. I may have made him a little younger. He is still an old man. He's naturally predisposed to fall downstairs and shatter his hip.
Trying to move the final fight to the construction site to kill your father.
We had to change some things around. Someone fell in a vat last time and got bricked up for days, I heard.
That was me. That was me, Ulysses. I experienced that for you, so remember that was my cross to bear.
Yeah, my small folk are not the most combat efficient. They're more scavenger-gatherers than fighters.
And we could schmooze them, Schmegglesby, formerly the goblin says, unconvincingly showing you a row of pointy blue teeth. Or I guess the teeth of the blue dragon are blue, but whatever. She can use magic. They're blue.
I think the thing that makes the most sense is getting leverage over our father, at least in the immediate.
I'm leaning that way as well. In the short term, that is the figure of most authority that we most need something on. And right now we got nothing.
We can attempt to contact Andronicus and convince him to part ways with the information that he promised DiCaprio. I don't know how efficient that will be. Although maybe.
Has anyone told him that DiCaprio's dead?
I just sort of assumed he would know, but I guess. Well, hold on. He's been taking her spells. I would imagine at some point he would attempt to use one and then realize that's not there anymore.
Or is it like the connection with Hop, where it's like, oh, I felt as soon as that wasn't there.
Yeah, my intuition is that he felt it and is like on his way back to the Cookie Mountains. So if you all decided like, oh, we want to do Andronicus 2, the second Andronicus arc, then we would establish more about that, I think, about you meeting up with him. But also, I will remind you that you do need an ancient dragon to get into your father's old hoard. So you will have to decide who that is, if that's the penultimate arc.
What options do we have for that?
Andronicus, Orlando, Rosaline, and I think your mom are the ancient dragons here.
Laces too.
Do we know if my mom's back out the queue yet?
No, you do not know. That's another great point to bring up because I don't know how much foreshadowing you need to do here, but you were preparing some fun lies to tell her when she returned.
Yeah. And also to apologize for killing her and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, damn. I should probably apologize for that, too. You used my breath.
Yeah, it's not going to be a pleasant conversation.
Well,
although
if it goes poorly, I could breathe on her again.
I still think I can spin the whole death was a new experience, and through it you get to keep having more experiences of things. I'm still confident I can spin it.
Are you sure you want to go with the lie, considering she can pull the memories out of your head? And also, we did just talk about the Zone of Truth. That's a problem.
Yeah. We just gotta do the not technically a lie version of things.
It's your mother, I won't gainsay you, but I think I would suggest that maybe, I don't know, you tell her why you give her just straight why you killed her originally, and then maybe let her know that things got really out of hand at her hoard. I'll give her the crown back. I can give her the coral crown back.
Yeah, we'll get there.
Now hold on. Does she maybe want to meet, what was her name? Depressy? I would think that maybe she would like to meet a living embodiment of sadness and dead bodies. That's new. That's something she hasn't experienced before.
That is something new she hasn't experienced before. And what better place to meet up, to reconvene with us than outside of Dad's old hoard?
Yeah, I am leaning towards the hoard at this point. I think that might be the best course of action. At the very least, maybe we'll find something of use down there to get leverage over him. Or we're not here in the immediate hunt that our father is probably making at the currently.
Yeah, I think you're probably right about that point about the being on different planes thing. Can some of our allies potentially keep an eye on our domains while we are dealing with this?
Yeah, I will say that Lace is going to protect DiCaprio's, Schmegglesby is going to protect yours, and York's is going to protect Rex's.
Okay.
Unless you bring them. So because they all were transformed into ancient dragons because of relative aging, if you wanted to bring one of them to your dad's hoard, you would be leaving your stuff undefended. Okay. So that's the trade-off.
So we could, for example, leave those three and take Falcon Bridge to open the door.
Yep, Falcon Bridge. Or I will say, if you all are like, let's go see if Sycorax is back, you can just send an emissary. You just be like, yeah, well, someone go see, and we can get back to that because I think that's interesting, and we'd still need to keep your date with Rosaline, who is waiting for you after this conversation. So,
yeah, I mean, I think it would make sense to send an emissary to Sycorax to see where that stands, and if that doesn't work, we always have the backup of Falcon Bridge.
There's only so long this can be put off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and like I said about Falcon Bridge, is she's worried about her relationship with Hop because now you two can't be seen in public together. So I don't know if you want to say anything about that, but she would go with you to your dad's hoard, but that means you're traveling with her, and that there are consequences to that as well. So.
Yeah, before we go to find out about Sycorax, I guess with Falcon Bridge, Hop's gonna be like, I'm sorry I couldn't find a smoother way to deal with all of this that was going on at your place.
Oh, I mean, it all worked out way better than I thought it was. I thought, they were gonna really beat my ass and take all my stuff. We got a lot of my items out. She has the Mistakeophone and the Riddle Sword, and Rex has the Cup of the Carpenter King. And I'm gonna go check the crater because I think there might be a thing or two in there. And Orville grabbed a bunch of stuff. So I mean, I'll have to rebuild my fortress, but you all really came through for me. Even DiCaprio was willing to die for me, and I called her every name that I could think of while you were gone. Sorry, I didn't tell you. I told her to eat my butt and die and stuff, and she still died for me. That's crazy.
When she comes back around, maybe call her a nice name 2, maybe 3 times.
I mean, some of this is her fault. She did break the deal with the Cymbalines that led to all this baby stealing stuff. So maybe she could hold an L or two, but.
I like the phrase. I think if you look at that scenario, it's like lowercase died for Falconbridge, uppercase died to kill mother, murder suicide.
Yeah, no, absolutely. But Falconbridge is genuinely touched. She did not think that was gonna happen, and yeah, I mean, in a sense, you got a lot for being loyal to her. You get a lot of items, and you solved a lot of your problems. So it's a really outrageous choice you made. So she hugs you. I've tried to play her as arrogant and haughty and shitty, like a dragon and a demon. She has a lot of negative traits, but she has always genuinely had a lot of interest in you, Hop. She's the only one who's ever earnestly cared about your hoard. None of that was ever fake or anything. Yeah. It was just how do you love someone who is mean to everyone but you? I think is kind of the vibe there.
In the real world, the answer is don't fucking support someone that's terrible to everyone but you, because that's not sustainable. They're gonna treat you like trash eventually. But in make believe land, it makes me feel special.
Yeah, no, the Yuri is quite toxic this season. She's unpleasant.
Yeah. Yeah, I think for now Hop's gonna go. Look, we'll find a way to clear this up. Until we get this sorted out. Don't worry, this isn't gonna get in the way of dates. Send me a message with we'll play a fun randomizer. You give me a bunch of visual descriptions, and I'll do polymorph before our date, and you can mix and match what you're gonna get on the day.
Oh, it's so forbidden now. We have to hide from people.
Right.
We have to sneak around. Oh wow! I can't believe we're doing this. What if we get caught?
Right, there we go. It's not even that bad that we can't be seen together. It's almost that makes it hotter.
And if someone sees us, we'll have to kill them.
Oh, how romantic.
Question, and you can cut this out, Austin. I'm just asking for Laura's permission here. This doesn't actually have to come to anything. I would potentially like to have Rex briefly talk to Gertrude here, and basically overtly in coded language say, "Hey, I'd sure definitely support you ousting Falconbridge and getting her murdered if you'd like."
Oh, you do what you want. You go ahead. Out of character. I'm up for whatever messy nonsense you want to create. I will acknowledge it's putting us in a one fewer ally position at a point where we're already pretty cornered, but you do you.
In Rex's mind, she served her purpose.
Yeah, if you say that to Gertrude, she'll say it certainly would be a shame if Lady Falconbridge had an accident. My only concern is doing it in a productive way, on the field of battle to protect Hop, or convincing Lady Falconbridge to eat her own hoard to turn into a mountain or whatever. I'm, actively looking for things. Also, I don't want to do anything that I have to lie about, as we have circled back to many times, that pesky zone of truth. I would really like to be able to say, oh no, Falconbridge's enemies caught her and I had nothing to do with it.
Yeah, Rex will essentially say, I'm not saying I'm wishing for something in the immediate future to befall her. She is, of course, our ally, but if she were to fall out of favor once things settle down. Well, would that be so bad, really? You know, people drift apart. My father did it multiple times.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Gertrude, nods and thinks about it. She wants to win polyamory, which is not healthy, but absolutely, everyone's toxic here. I mean, that's the irony, right? Is that she was imprisoned for years and is like anti-slavery, but she wants to own Hop, kind of. That's like the thing.
Rex will actually say to Gertrude, because I don't know if he'll actually get a chance in the future to really talk to her at any point. Say, I obviously don't like you, but I will give you this. I do respect you.
Why don't you like me? I'm a delight.
You're a what we call in the king business a scheming eunuch. I know it doesn't physically apply.
I am though. No, that's accurate. They really nailed that one.
Which, I mean, I do have a couple scheming eunuchs. The problem is, in the course of trying to become the best scheming eunuch, they end up killing all the rest of them, which is a problem, because then how do they advance if there's no other ones? There's nothing to grade them against after a while when they're all dead. Anyway, I'm
trying to remember who once said that, like, having a bunch of fixed and spayed pets was like having your own court of eunuchs.
But I can respect that you set goals and you execute on them. You're, I guess, in a way, almost a dragon in that regard. Again,
Aww.
Don't like that I got put into a bottle, but if I had to pick any of the blue women that's among my sister's dalliances, I suppose I like you the most. That Tabaxi keeps shitting in my beaches.
Hey, she buries it.
I don't consider most of the polycule to be a threat to me. It's mostly Falconbridge, because, they have that history and the draconic stuff in common. The Tabaxi is an amusement to me.
And she'll be dead in like 20 years.
Yeah, not a problem. But, yeah, Doc Hop will be mine. So I appreciate your approval. We'll keep you around as a sort of jester.
It is a regret that I didn't get to maul you. That would have been fun. I will just say. Yeah, and I think Rex will leave that conversation there. He would look to Hop though, and then Ulysses, and say to him, Ulysses, you're very young. I think he would be the youngest in the Cookie Mountains at this point, unless there might be a wormling here or there. But as the youngest adult dragon would be fair to say.
Yeah.
By actively participating, you are making given your theming, a dangerous choice. Before we continue, are you sure you want to do this? Because it's gonna get real wild. You remember Keeper? He's got the choker that's constantly strangling him. He turns into paste and then reforms. My dad spits horrendous acid, and my mom is physically very large. That's the worst part. Very large.
Yeah, thanks, Hunk. No, I should be good because I'm Sigma, and I just outclass all of them. They don't match my aura, and I will see them to their graves if that's what it so comes to.
All right, bet. Anyway, let's move out.
Does Ulysses have a huge chin? Is he doing the hitting himself in the face with the hammers thing that the Zoomers are into?
Well, he's he's a robot mantis, right? He's just grafted more. He's welded a chin onto himself.
As your level 1 sheet. I guess I didn't give you a level 1 sheet.
You didn't give me a level
fighter.
1 sheet, so I was just assuming my character refuses to be level 1. If there was a situation where we had to sneak in, I was just going to walk straight in. I was just going to smash in through the wall and be like, why'd you guys get all small?
I'll make you one. It's a very simple level 1 fighter, but if you want to describe anything about what Ulysses looks like in either form, you're now full reign Quinn.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think what was established with Austin and during his time as Ulysses, and I'm trying to resist the urge to not just be the Giga Chad model, because I think we already kind of got a little bit of that going on with Rex. So
it was literally in the design document I sent to the artist.
So, I'm trying to think, what would a young, cool person want to look like at this point? I guess it's.
Oh, I have bad news about youth culture.
I would, up until you said a young, cool person, I was like, oh, I can probably help with that. Oh, no, cool, no.
Well, it's what they think is cool. So I imagine Supreme's not relevant anymore. That was like young Gen Z.
I think of young people, and all I think of is fucking iPad toddlers.
What kind of robot bug are you, though?
Let's go with. Ooh, that's a great question. What's Glissopod, Austin?
An isopod. That was one of the characters in season 11 was an isopod, if you'll recall.
Yeah, I guess I can't do that one again. What's the
Wait,
next
let me
coolest
look
bug
at my
type here?
Let me look at my specimens and my cabinet of curiosities. I'll be right back.
Most notably, not an insect, but a crustacean.
Oh, can I be Genosect?
Oh yeah, did I not use Genesect for I think maybe I was going to use Genesect for an icon. Yeah, no. That's
It's
great.
Steel Bug. Come on, Austin.
Okay, so Ulysses looks like Genesect is a level 1 fighter, and then level 20 looks like a giant leopard gecko with, the big wings and so forth. Are you all ready? I'm going to delete everyone from the roll 20, and we're going to talk to Rosaline, the Ancient Red Dragon. That's where we're going.
Yeah.
Can I fly on my magic carpet?
Absolutely. That's what level 1, or yeah, that's what, humanoid Ulysses was doing that fight when you were all flying around as level 20 characters.
Yeah, I want to be like flying on my magic carpet, but I want to be like spiraling the entire time, like I'm doing constant barrel rolls. Like it doesn't stop. And I'm just going wee the whole time.
Just for point of order in case it matters. What did the quill do again? I don't remember.
Proficiency in persuasion, and if you already have proficiency, it's expertise then in persuasion.
Oh fuck yeah! Great, thank you.
Rex has suddenly become really good at talking to people.
What is my thing at this point? Hold on, I think that would make me 12 plus. I have 14 persuasion now.
Good job.
Woo!
So that means I just gotta crit here and convince my mom to completely change her worldview.
Yes.
Do it, mama's boy.
You all are flying to the meeting place with Rosaline, which is on a neutral mountain. Your small folks set it up. It's been many weeks since we talked about this, so understandable if you've forgotten this meeting. Is there anything you all are saying or doing as you fly over?
Hey, I heard a rumor that if you eat everything you own, you become a mountain. Is that true?
It's a little bit more complicated than that, but yes, it can happen. You kind of die, so.
Could we like force feed someone we don't like their hoard and then they turn into a mountain?
Austin, could
Maybe.
we do that?
Yeah, roll religion. It's the closest. It's a.
I feel so bad for people whose hoards are, like, tasty. That's got to be an eternal temptation, huh?
Oh my god.
18.
Yeah, Rex, I will say that it's not the intended use of the right of guardianship, but if you were you're all very magical. You assume that you could make it work if you wanted to. That is not off the table, I'll say.
You could, I guess, do it, but I think it would be very hard to force feed someone a hoard against their will.
Not Andronicus. His hoard is food. He loves to eat.
That's what I'm saying. How he hasn't turned into a mountain already, I will never know.
I mean, you see how caked up he is. He kind of is.
Damn, you got there before I could.
Oh, sorry.
It would be considerably harder, for example, to force feed you your weapons.
Yes, my teeth are too strong. Actually, no, that would make them easier to chew and break the weapons. Perhaps I am the second best after Andronicus. Can you eat trash? Or blue women?
Yes.
I guess you...
Do I... Well,
you-
well, the blue women. Well, yeah, but...
Oh my god.
Hop is always eating blue women. When do you turn into a mountain?
She doesn't swallow.
I will say in the mini game we were playing, whether you were gonna lean more towards blue women or dinglehoppers, I think you accepting the latter staff pushes you towards dinglehoppers, and also not bringing a blue ancient dragon to your dad's hoard. You can do whatever you want. I'm just highlighting that bringing your mom Sycorax does miss out on the opportunity to socialize with a big blue woman, such as Lace or one of the Yorks, if you wanted to tip that over, because I don't know how much more blue women time you're going to get. That it does feel like committing.
I understand that, and I am happy with Hop's decision to take on another Dinglehopper.
Okay. Yeah. Do you want to just let that speak for itself, or did you have any thoughts? Because it was pretty close. I think you could have easily abandoned Falconbridge at the end there. But you stayed with her, so.
I don't think at this moment Hop knows why she's made the priority positioning she has. But I do think something is starting to mull over in her head.
And that she prefers the color green.
In some cultures, there's no difference.
Do you mean the colorblind?
I mean, there's some
that's
cultures
like ancient
that,
Greek.
yeah, some
Isn't that
cultures
a thing
don't have
that
a different
Yeah.
color for green and blue. They're just the same.
Yeah, I have heard that, but it's also, I feel, I don't know, I'm colorblind, and I feel like that's not enough colors to describe it. I feel like you need, I would have just gone, okay, I'm gonna make a word for this one. This one's different.
Yeah. Up ahead, you all see this neutral, unoccupied mountain here in the Cookie Mountains. It's a very colorful one. I don't know if you've ever seen Peru's Rainbow Mountains that look like cross sections of like a multi-layer cake. It's kind of what I'm picturing. No one has claimed this one yet. And you see Rosaline, the ancient red dragon, the largest dragon, I think, of the Cookie Mountains. She's just fucking enormous. Red, one of the most powerful types, and she is sitting there patiently, calmly waiting for you, with Keeper the Kobold, inner claw, sitting on it like a platform, idly.
Sup, Granty?
Can I get a vibe check here on if this feels like a trap at all?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Insight.
Do you want a hand on this?
I've got a 6. I don't know what you have.
Oh, I got a +0. I'll leave it to you then.
Okay. Awesome. Do I get insight because it's my mommy?
15.
Or advantage? Fuck. 13.
15 is what I was looking for. So Ulysses, with your young, sprightly eyes, you look and see that it seems like their posture and demeanor are smug, as if they feel as they're entering this situation with the upper hand. Not necessarily that it's a trap, but just that like they are confident and that basically they think they know something you don't know. I will say you look at Rosaline and she is extremely dripped out in cursed objects. Previously we've discussed like she has like wearing a sunken head or a shrunken head necklace or so forth, but no, she has like 10 rings on, 15 necklaces, stuff hanging from every horn. She came super strapped.
Which site? Do I see anything being concealed magically that I should be aware of going on here?
Good question. No, I will say that you don't see anything like that. To give 15 on the inside, I would also want to give you another look at Keeper's inventory. He is wearing a blood-stained robe, a necklace that appears to be trying to choke him. It like lacerates his throat, and then the wounds heal. He has his eerie bone-white sword and something in his hand that he's looking at that he is keeping close to his chest. I would say that Ulysses, you have the least experience with this character, despite getting the highest roll here. So I'll just say that Keeper keeps stealing looks at something in his hand that he is kind of keeping close to his body.
Rex will briefly say to Hop and Ulysses, we discovered that the Zahir is the Numenon of the Cookie Mountains. Is there a chance we want to reveal that it's in possession of Keeper? Because that might be an angle we can use to turn my mother against him. Because despite all of his deep-rooted slavish love for her, he is mentally compelled to keep that. And I think we could play off of her inherent superiority complex against them to make her demand to take it, and thus put them in conflict.
I think there's something there. I also think there is something in manage to get a hold of the Zahir and just throw it into the trapezoidal little guy and watch Keeper run in right after it.
That would be funny.
I'm just saying, should the opportunity come up.
As you approach, Rosaline waves at you with the claw she's not using to hold Keeper's little kobold body. She's smiling way too broadly. It's I mean, you've heard of shit-eating grins, but this bitch, emptied the septic tank. I'm sorry.
I've never heard that expression used that way before.
It's not an expression. I just said it because my brain is diseased.
I didn't know. That sounded like it could be like a real Florida adage. Like that's like your state's motto.
It didn't hit me until about 10 seconds after you said it. Oh, that truly disgusting turn of phrase. Thank you, Austin.
I'm sorry.
Rex will land and say, "Mother, it is good to see you. Although you are giving me the same face you gave when you discovered I was topping off the blood wine in your accursed cellar."
Oh, Rexy Wexy, it's just been so long since I've seen my boy. I'm just so happy to see my boy. Oh, these mountains are so beautiful. Why has no one claimed them yet?
They are mine. I claimed them right now.
Oh, little man. I know you have your...
Look, you can't say a thing's unclaimed in front of the kid. He will claim everything.
Oh, I watched Desdemona's scrying stream. I saw your underground lair, young man. You don't have to lie to your elders.
Oh, I just wanted it now. You said it was beautiful, and I agree, so I want it now.
Oh, dear. Well, I think we have a lot to talk about and a lot to learn as young people here, but I think we can all agree, very thankful that the toxic influence is now out of your lives.
The mountain? Lady Falconbridge's mountain?
No, dear, the strange ideas of that harlot who imprisoned me in her lair and who was poisoning all of your minds with all this hogwash about small folk.
Rex will say, "What was that you told me when I was trapped in a lamp? It was a brief and minor inconvenience."
Yes, Rexy Wexy, I knew you'd get out eventually, but you're gonna get DiCaprio back someday. You still got the lamp, right?
No, I mean, it was what DiCaprio did to you so bad. I mean, it seems like I believe you spent less time inside of the solo cup than I did the lamp.
But I am her elder. It's quite inappropriate for her to trap me, an ancient dragon, in a humiliating red soloed cup.
Well, the punch was pretty good.
That punch was banging. You have to admit, Grunty.
I have to do no such thing. That DiCaprio was full of insane ideas, and we all needed a break from her. So now we can be normal and have sane adult conversations without her sneaking around and filling all of your minds with garbage.
Then let me, I suppose, part the mists and make something clear. DiCaprio barely cared about the small folk.
Well, isn't that worse then? She destroyed your father's peace for nothing? 200 years of peace?
Rex
on a whim?
Rex will sort of like set his jaw and like hold himself like upright, not like I guess the energy he's trying to predict is like a serious, blunt to the point, like meeting his eyes to his mother and say, "I was the one pushing for it, of my own free will, with no influence from my sisters."
Oh, you're so chivalrous, taking credit for your sister's mistakes. I raised you right. What a manly thing to do. I'm not falling for it, Rex.
Well, actually, you raised me to, I believe, in your words, be smarter and betray my sisters, potentially, for advantage. I think that's actually the first downtime you told me that.
I told you to win, and you keep winning. So, yes, I'm very proud of you. I know your father doesn't say it very much, and he's very angry right now. The reason he's not here is because I did not think that he could hold himself back from some corporeal corrections. He's very angry. Of course, I would never raise a hand to my beautiful son, so you all are fine here. But if we do get confirmation that DiCaprio attacked Desdemona in direct violation of your father's orders about dragon-on-dragon violence, he is going to come out of my lair and start correcting people physically. So I'm buying you a little time here. This is how a mother actually acts, looking at Hop when she says that, protecting you all from the consequences of your actions, while you take care of whatever evidence may point back to you, vis-a-vis breaking your father's rules.
Hop does momentarily go, it would be nice to have a parent that would do that.
Rex briefly thinking to himself, man, I really hope DiCaprio didn't swing on Desdemona while they were in there. Because I guess they don't know exactly what happened. I guess just a general question here. Because obviously Orlando is mad because we nuked him out as part of this, right?
Yes.
But DiCaprio understood that, yeah, Desdemona would probably interfere, but it is not untrue that we set the nuke there to get rid of the armies, which is not illegal in the Cookie Mountains. But,
you could try to play a lawyer and finagle and cut what's the word I'm looking for? Cut hairs, split hairs. That's it. Here's the thing: your dad is an old school disciplinarian. If he if he finds an excuse, he's gonna beat your ass. Like, you could argue all you want. He's like a tough old goat, and that's what's gonna happen.
Okay.
Even if you're technically correct.
Okay, back to Rex's point that rules don't matter, only physical violence does. Then fine. I just need to understand where we stand.
Dear Rexy Wexy, international law is fake. There's only who you can kill and kidnap.
I think on that we agree. Although, then what was the entire point of any of the laws that we've been upholding? Because at the end of the day, the only thing that matters is horrendous violence.
Say what you want about the Gladys Accords, but they worked. They truly ushered in an unprecedented period of draconic peace, as everyone minded their P's and Q's. So, you argue with the results.
I think it led to a period of quiet, as we removed potentially some dangerous items and duplicated others, while other dragons simply broke the laws and did everything they can to keep an advantage, as is in our nature.
One of the problems with a Cold War is that you don't necessarily stop people from amassing powerful things, you just kind of encourage them to do it secretly, where you don't know who's got powerful things behind the scenes.
And the current plan is for you all to get the loom back and start using it. Like, there's a world in which you throw it off the mountain, or throw all the magic items you could duplicate off the world or whatever to get rid of them. That was Viola's suggestion. I just want to be clear that you all appear to be unified in getting the loom back from the Cymbalines and using it, which is a thing you certainly can want and do. I just want to be clear about that.
Add a character. I was contemplating saving the nuke to nuke the loom, but I think maybe once we get there, we are going to have to discuss what to do, because I think even in Ulysses' mind, he's probably thinking, like, Yeah, I mean, Loom seems kind of silly. Why don't we just go back to the old rules of, like, if you have a thing I want, I'm going to beat you up and take it? Because that seems to be the mentality that the Cookie Mountains already seem to be operating under.
I don't know if you vocalize any of that, but Rosalind just says, so you all are going to erase any evidence that would piss your father off, then come and apologize, and we'll put this whole small folk madness to bed. Wonderful. Yes, 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 pointing at all of you.
No, because by ignoring the very obvious problems of the small folk in the Cookie Mountains, all Father has done is light a extended fuse to get us all killed.
All is a very strong word. Of course, I am not going to be killed, Keeper. You're not going to be killed, are you? Keeper says, no, absolutely, of course not. Never.
I'm using a royal all here.
Oh, my little princeling, this little royal wee. Oh, your little royal wee.
The Gladys Accords might have allowed a period of peace, dubious as it was, in my opinion, between dragons. But Father truly did not really give a thought to any treatment of the small folk that, by his own acknowledgement, were killing us in droves in the old world. And we created a siloed country where every dragon just simply reenacted everything that potentially led to our constant hunting and deaths.
You do not know what your father has thought about, young man.
Well, he's not vocalized any plans to the contrary, and seemed to have let them exist as is.
Yeah, has, like, Grunkle Orlando ever, like, told anybody how he feels about these sorts of things? He seems pretty quiet every time I see him.
Grunkle Orlando is filled with much pain, and we have had many discussions, adult discussions, which are none of your business, and I support him completely. He knows things you don't know, he's been through things you could never understand, and I will stand by my man.
Is it sex? Are those the adult things you talk about?
Little Ulysses, stand in the corner, over that by that hill. Turn around, stand by the hill.
Okay, but frankly, I agree with her on this. I don't need to think about my parents having sex, thank you.
Okay, but I'm gonna use my magic carpet to fly over there.
Hop will use the telepathic hat to just go, don't worry, yes, it was sex.
Gross,
That
thank
little
you.
rapscallion. Disgusting. See? This is the sort of things DiCaprio was telling him. We have to get him away from her.
No, that's him. That he's been like this. Right? I think maybe he was in stasis for too long as an egg. I think that affected him.
Hop is in the mental group chat, still trying to be cool to the youngster, being like, so that Tung Tung Sahur?
What?
The ballerina cappuccina? These are what the youth discuss?
Auntie Hop, are you okay? Are you falling apart? Is this a stroke?
Are you having a stroke?
Oh my god.
No, I'm throwing out the few things I know from the Gen Z, which is fucking Italian brain rot memes.
Yeah. Is it even Gen Z anymore? Is it
It's
not
Alpha.
the next one?
Or Gen
Yeah.
Alpha.
Yeah, Gen Zs are like
Yeah.
25 years old now.
Yeah, they got jobs. But yeah, Rosaline says, you need to apologize to your father. He's done nothing but support you all, give you responsibility, and this is how you thank him? You spit on his generosity?
Well, he quite literally spit acid in my face the last time I saw him.
Well, you were misbehaving. I've seen dragons do far worse to their sons.
Yeah, Rex'll say this. The entire time he's put us in... When we were in charge of the Gladys Accords, he reamed us out constantly on every choice, while simply stating, I know things that you don't, never caring to explain anything to why this might be a better course of action or what have you. As I said, he has ignored the status of small folk in the Cookie Mountains, and while you might be strong enough and able to keep kobolds like Keeper under your thumb, there are other dragons who will just get murdered if there isn't a level of care taken.
Keeper salutes you with the strange sword when you say his name.
Yes, thank you, Keeper.
That's me, I'm Keeper. Yes, dear, we know.
And beyond that, if he is so against the elevation of small folk, why did he elevate Chorus to the position he did?
Dear, he's just using the assets available. Now Chorus is too scared to stand up to you, so we've had to look at your other enemies to do our work. I have my kobolds, but now your father has hired, a bunch of elementals that you've pissed off. I probably shouldn't be telling you, but of course they are going to try to come and kill you, but that's your own doing.
So, you both view these small folk as incredible worms. You're perfectly willing to put them in positions of power to investigate other dragons?
Once upon a time, little Rex, I would have appealed to Tiamat and her infinite wisdom about who should be eaten and who should be crushed, who should be enslaved, but we're not in such petty times where small-minded gods decide things. Instead, now we have the world of perfect forms, and there is a perfect dragon, and it is better and stronger and faster and more magical than any other creature. You can argue with me all you want, young man, but you cannot argue with reality. We are better. Everything else is insanity.
Am I the perfect dragon?
Are you turning around, Ulysses? I want to see the back of your head, Ulysses. Nasty little man.
Fine.
I mentally message and go, yeah, you're the perfect dragon.
Fire. Thank you, Auntie Hop.
I could roll for this in EB. Is she referring to like an actual like thing that has been located, or is she speaking like metaphorically?
History?
Okay.
On a philosophical level, there's a best everything. Everything had a best one once.
19.
19's really good. Yeah, you live in the world of Platonism. Neoplatonism is true. What's funny is in previous seasons when we talk about like forms and conduits and stuff, that's like a really big deal. It's like a season-defining thing that stops everything else in its tracks. Here, you're all dragons. It's just like one of the many types of magic. It feels less special to you. Talk about like Numenon and stuff, just because you're like, yeah, I'm fucking with all kinds of weird extra-dimensional shit. But she is correct in the sense that dragon itself is more powerful than kobold itself. Like those are things you've seen. Guilt itself, desert itself. You absorb the latter. Like that. Those are real. So.
Yeah, I guess my concern was that what is it? That they had like located dragon itself and were using it based off of how she phrased that.
I would also say that Rosaline like uses religion to control the kobolds who worship her, basically. So she sees things in more of those terms.
Yeah, Rex will say, yes, of course we are incredibly superior. And that is, of course, why small folk both strive to be like us and to kill us. And the choices we make in relation to them is what leads to either our success or potentially eventual beheadment and then turning into a cool throne. I've seen a couple of those.
But your devious sister and her wild ideas have upended nature, and now you have small folks who turning themselves into dragons, and the defiance of everything that is right and natural. It's not moral. I'm not being judgmental. It's just wrong. Your sister has declared war on common sense.
I love when people use common sense as their argument. That well-defined idea. I love how concrete a thing it is.
This is like the most reasonable red dragon in the history of D&D fiction, and she still does have a lot of bad ideas, but
I think it's perfectly reasonable to seek to be, as you've said, the perfect being. And at the end of the day, it does lead to less small folk in the world.
Rexy, I'm not gonna sit here and argue with you. Your sister is a menace. I'm glad she's gone, and now it's time to apologize and come home. What else are we doing here? What is the point of this meeting?
Why have you elevated Keeper into the most powerful being in this country?
My little keeper? He keeps all of my stuff in order. He keeps my hoard nice. He keeps my secrets. Oh, little keeper.
And yet he will outlive you.
Well, he will go on to serve the next generation. I haven't really thought about it that much. Why, do you want him after I'm gone? I'm going to live a long time.
No, I'm making the point that you're talking about our inherent superiority, yet in your hand is the most powerful, unkillable being in the Cookie Mountains.
At this point, Keeper speaks up and says, I'm an extension of Rosaline's will, whose claws carry me aloft in the beautiful sky. So, that's all I'm about. So don't worry about me.
And if Rosaline dies?
How dare you? Keeper leaps up to his feet where he is sitting in Rosaline's palms and starts swinging the sword at you.
No, you're right, Keeper. We shouldn't have said that. We should have said when, not if.
Look, Rosaline, they're being rude. They're disrespecting you. Let me flay them. Rosaline says, "Oh, Keeper, you're so silly," and puts him behind her back because he's in her palm, and says, "Sometimes they get excited, but don't think about it. You think about small folk too much. They're bouncing around in your head. Just empty that shit out. You don't need that."
I've been emptying parts of myself out all over the mountains, and it's getting results.
Yucky.
He's talking about the egg.
What are you doing with eggs now, dear Ulysses? If I see you turn around one more time, I'm going to throw Keeper at you. What egg, dear?
I thought you called my name.
Something about an egg, dear.
Well, I suppose Ulysses has so graciously decided to reveal this piece of information. You're going to be a grandma. Or, well, I guess you already are.
Rosaline stumbles back, clutching your chest. She almost drops Keeper, who hangs onto one of her fingers, because she's gesticulating wildly and dramatically. What? Oh, dear.
Yeah, Rex will give her a moment to collect herself, as he, drags his claws, through the rainbow dirt, fucking it up, and says, fuck, did he want to say that the egg has been stolen?
This is great because, Rosalie did not know about this. This is I wasn't sure if it was going to come up, but this is a big moment about, what she knows.
Rex will say, yes, I found out, right after, the last time I saw Father. And I have not felt any urge to inform him faster than this.
Oh, he'll be so delighted. He's always wanted to be a grandfather. My heart, I can hardly take it. Well, I think we've moved up the apologizing timetable. I was going to let you all fly over on your own time, but let's just go now. Why don't you all come over now and apologize, and we can start making preparations for the baby.
Rex will breathe in deep and exhale a small gout of fire from his nostrils and say, Mother, I do truly love you for all of our many differences. But I think you know. I think that if you truly know me as well as you do, being my mother, you know I will not back down. And I don't think Father is either going to see that child, or you for that matter, until I'm either in the queue or I've beaten him.
Oh, you rambunctious boy. You have no idea what you're talking about. Your father will never back down either. Don't do this. You're not going to deny us the joy of our grandchild. Talk some sense. Hop into your little brother.
No, I gotta stand with my brother on this one. I gotta be a united front here.
Ulysses, do you have anything you want to add, little man?
Am I allowed to turn around?
Yes, turn around. This is important.
Okay, what was the conversation about?
My sweet baby grandchild that you're all keeping from me now.
Oh, yeah, that was pretty cool, wasn't it, Auntie?
All right, Keeper. Take care of this. Keeper climbs back up onto her palm and raises the item he had in his hand. He has the bone sword in one. In the other hand, you see the thing he's been looking at now. It is a small imperial seal. If you ever seen like the way emperors used to like seal letters, it is a symbol of extreme authority, able to start a war with a single stamp. It is a dinglehopper with much history to it. It's like cracked and ancient and beautiful. Everyone, charisma saving throw as the Zohar grips your mind.
Charisma. Crit 31.
16.
Holy Lord.
2.
Okay, so 16 and 31 succeed, 2 fails. Ulysses would be totally entranced by the Numenon of the Cookie Mountains, the Zohar, the Zahir, except for the crit.
Okay, can we flavor this as I distract the child by... As soon as I realize this is the Zahir, I go into the family group chat and I just go 67, 67, 67, 67.
Yo, you're wild, Auntie. This is funny.
Yeah, Ulysses' concentration is pulled away right before it becomes completely consumed. And you have a moment here. You know what it's like once this thing gets a hold on you, and Rosaline is attempting to use it on you. What do you do?
I can activate my anti-magic field.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? We could have a whole thing where you roll a bunch of stuff here. I will instead say you activate your anti-magic field, and the effect is not diminished. It is not magic. It is something else. It is Numina. It is unexplainable. It does not belong to a category like magic.
Can I cast banishment on the keeper?
Yeah. Okay, yeah, that's definitely interesting. Do that. Tell me about that.
Yeah, I attempt to send one creature that I could see to another plane of existence and I need to save on a charisma saving throw or be banished. And you are trying to beat a 15.
All right, kobolds are not the most charismatic of all species. Here comes my 12 against your 15. Keeper disappears with a pop as he is banished away. And Rosaline says, "Oh, my little keeper, why did you do that? So rude."
I'm gonna message in the group chat and be like, "Can we beat up your mom, Unky?"
Yeah, Rex will say, she's incredibly powerful. I don't know if we want to escalate to that just yet. Do we want to tell her that is the actual Numenon?
It is? What's that? Is that a snack? Is that like a turkey twister?
You're gonna need to watch a couple seasons of this show called Dice Funk, and that'll explain it to you.
Hey, you know how, like, you start thinking about 6-7, and then all you can think about is 6-7?
I know that curse, yes.
What if, like, there was... Yeah, what if there was, like, 1,000 times more addictive of a 6-7 out there?
Whoa. I would like to try that a little bit, I think.
No, because then you get stuck in it, and there'd be no getting out. You couldn't enjoy 6-7 anymore, because you'd be too focused on the other thing.
Oh, that would be hell.
I hate that that's how we're thinking about this. While you all are standing there, Rosalie stands up to her full size. She is, an ancient red dragon, dripped out in 10,000 cursed items. Your eyes glance off of all the various rings and amulets and all, coffins hanging from chains on her body. So, she's so large that her collection is wildly eclectic. And in your mind, Doc Hop, you hear the voice of Depressy, the Sorrowsworn, the only sapient Sorrowsworn, and she says, "Hey, your mom's back. We went and got her. She was distracted. She was doing some other stuff, but we brought her back."
How does her overall mood seem?
Oh, she was mad that we made her come back, but, she's right now looking at all the smashed rubble where her temples used to be, so some new emotions.
Well, she loves new emotions. Hey, team? How long do we reckon this is going to take for us to wrap up? Or, do we, I dread to say the words, split the party?
Huh?
Oh boy.
I would love to solo Unky Rex's mom. You guys can leave. I will do that.
Yeah, I just double checked. Keeper's only going to be gone for 1 minute.
Yep.
So we're about to roll initiative unless you flee.
What the fuck? I think Tootsie just ran into a wall.
Oh no!
What are you doing over there, you stupid cat? I'm just thinking briefly. What's the thing that Rex would do in this situation? The problem is, I want to fight my mom. The question is how many rounds until Keeper comes back? Is the well, that's 10. What's the correct?
Yeah, I mean, in combat, a round is obviously only 6 seconds, but we're out of combat, so I'm going to be a little bit more generous with him coming back. So I will say that, yeah, here's the expectation. Fighting an ancient red dragon and an invincible kobold, profoundly difficult. I'm not saying you can't do it. I'm saying you all are well aware of the danger, and no one's allowed to be mad at me if you try it and it doesn't work.
I'm just thinking of, because I wanna fight my mom, but I'm trying to figure out what the correct role playing choice is. Okay, I'm going to stun lock my mother. Rex will Rex will look his mother in the eye and say to her, by the way, the grandchild you just found out you had, Desdemona's actions led to its being kidnapped, and I'm currently not sure where it is. Goodbye, and then he flies away. just hoping that the gaining and loss of her grandchild will give enough of a distraction that we can bail, and I'm willing to roll persuasion for that.
Yeah, I mean, you absolutely can roll persuasion for that.
Okay. What is that? I've got because I've got the cooldown. It's 14 or whatever. $25.
Holy shit! Nope. She is absolutely stun locked. She has no idea what to say or do. She stands there gormlessly, and you all could fly away with no other rolls if you would like to, and leave her behind. It's 25. You succeed absolutely at that. If that's what we're doing.
I think that's the funniest thing to do. She gained and lost a grandchild in the span of 10 minutes.
Don't do anything that gets in our way if unless you want to harm your own lineage.
If we die, they're gone forever.
All right, you three take to the sky yet again, presumably going back to Sycorax's lair. Is there anything you want to say or do as you cut giant reptilian shapes through the dusky sky? In the distance, a very confused ancient red dragon waits for Keeper to pop back into existence.
I keep talking like a real big game about how good I'm going to do at like smoothing this over with my mum, and now that we're heading there, my level of nerves would suggest that I've maybe been, playing it up a little, maybe.
Well, that's not great to hear at the 11th hour, but I'm sure.
It's fine. It'll work. It'll work. I'm just psyching myself out.
Look, Steel goes through this process called bluing, so I think your experience with talking to blue women might help here, with your inherent knowledge of them. Here's the Rix will take the coral crown of command, and he will like pull it off of one of his horns or claws and drop it into Hop's hands and go, you can return this to her as, a show that we're not just stealing all that stuff. Maybe you want to return the mourning veil too. This one's all you. Good luck.
Thanks.
Maybe cast foresight on yourself.
Yep, I cast foresight on myself.
Does anyone have any turkey twisters? I'm kind of famished. I was really expecting like a fight to work off some energy, and now I kind of just need to chew on something. Your arms will be fine too if you don't need those.
There's, I think one of Andronicus' stores is down there. We can take a quick detour.
As you three fly to Sycorax's, you see the mountain is abuzz with human activity. Everyone's really excited to see the ancient steel dragon back. They didn't know where she was. I think you will recall during the Sycorax arc, they were like, "Oh yeah, she went on a trip or something." Like they were not informed. You do see your mom, her enormous, sharp, shiny body curled around the rubble where you dropped a meteor on one of her temples.
Hey, Mom. How was death?
Oh, quite an adventure, Hop. What the fuck happened?
So, in your absence, things got eventful. There was a mushroom version of your corpse, flying around and people trying to loot your shit. It was a lot.
There was a bootleg boyfriend blast.
Yeah, the last thing I remember is you killing me, Hop.
In my defense, and I hope you will see eye to eye with me on this, you had experienced basically everything that there was for you to experience with the slow, agonizing, declining death at the hands of radiation. And it was very clear that you weren't going to experience anything new for a very long time in that state. And death would be a new experience, and you would come back around ready to experience things again. And also, you are my mom, and it's just really hard to see you slowly lose your mind. And I had the best of intentions.
Did you have the best of intentions when you beat up the worshippers at my temple?
I believe they pushed DiCaprio first.
Oh, we're talking to Rex now, are we? Okay. I didn't know that you were invited to this conversation, little man.
Well, I was, I believe, the one who swung on them, so I needed to take, I guess, full credit for that. For that, I apologize, but we did not start that fight. But I will fall upon your mercies.
Am I invited to this conversation? I wasn't there, but I would like to be a part.
You did irradiate me, son, so I feel like you're
Yes.
also implicated.
Would you like me to do it again? You
Now,
seemed kind of happy with it the first time.
Yeah, no, that was an in-character laugh because that was very amusing to her. She says, "So what a series of events we're all going through. How novel."
Yeah. Oh, I don't... Have I seen you since I was Steam? I'm Steam now.
I remember you being Steam, little Optimus.
Okay, I don't remember how long things have been.
Did you destroy my temple?
Yes. In a fight in which I think it was inevitable it was going to be destroyed. The question was, could we stop it before more got destroyed?
Okay, so you said yes, so it's not deception. I guess it's persuasion. Let's
Maybe I should have gone deception. It's the thing I get advantage in, but fine, I'll be honest.
here's the thing. Your mother is a very mercurial person. She has moods and fits. Sometimes she is the best and extremely supportive, and sometimes she is an abusive nightmare. Laura, to end the episode, do you want to roll to see how your mom reacts?
Let's roll to see which kind of mood she's in. 22.
22 is good.
Okay, that's
me,
good.
Tell me about your loving and supportive mother to end the episode.
We've been kind of joking about it through this episode, but I do think after stopping for a beat to process it, I don't know if it's even that she necessarily believes Hop about, like, the consequences that would have happened if the temple hadn't been destroyed. I do think she just stops and takes it in for a second and goes, you know, I really haven't had to watch any of my anything I've spent this long building get destroyed in my absence. That is a new one. You're not wrong, Hop.
Yeah, no, here's the thing, though, because that's very logical. You're like, oh, this is what appeals to her, is like new emotions and stuff. But the thing I want to get across is like, sometimes everything makes sense and she's still really shitty about it. And sometimes things make no sense and she's really nice about it. It's like you can never quite calibrate it. And so...
Okay, well, what would you suggest? You throw the ball back at me, Austin. What are you thinking?
Is this maybe like how I think in one of the because it's been a while, one of the temples we saw her like incredible self-loathing, and maybe this is part of her being like, oh, maybe I did kind of deserve this a little bit.
Yeah, no, I mean, there's any infinite possibilities here, but I just don't want to boil it down to just being like, here's your thing. You have to accept it because it's your thing. But
no, I think that's what she says out loud. I think there could be a billion other things going on behind it.
Yeah, no, I think like if you are honest, because here's the thing: is if you had lied, we rolled deception, you could have failed or succeeded, and I think it would have been just as real to have lied and succeeded, and her being like, "Oh, it was the mushrooms," or you have failed, and she'd be like, "You're fucking lying to me." You know, that I think those are all real emotional reactions. And when you told the truth, she could, which is I think what's happening is she like has like a tear and she says, "I'm just happy that you're safe, Optimus." Or you had failed and she would be like, why the fuck did you do that? I can't trust you, like, you little brat, you know? And it's like her emotional response is not your fault. She is just she's just like that.
Yeah. Even if, you know, the rest of this is question marks, I do think she recognizes at the very least, I probably wasn't in much of a position to make choices about myself at the end there, was I?
Yeah, no, she like scoops you up and hugs you and says, as long as you're okay, you know, and she's like teary-eyed about it.
Hey, it's really nice to talk to you, and you have the brain capacity to remember who I am. That's really nice.
And then it seems like you all are going to ask her to come with you to Orlando's old hoard and do a final hoard check while Viola finds the Cymbalines for the final showdown.
Yeah, when she's like, "Oh, I'm just glad you're safe," Rex will go, "Oh no, we are incredibly unsafe right now. This is actually you missed some stuff. It's bad."
I might be the least safe I've ever been. I'm fucked up a bit, but oops.
Dad is mad and we're going to raid his liquor cabinet. Can you unlock the door, please?